All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, friends, and welcome on Connect Easy. We have a wonderful session today, or a webinar on a great topic, which is need of the hour, on Alliance, a possibility of decentralized and inclusive network for Indian chartered accountant firms. The real meaning of our new networking guideline issued by ICAI, and there are many more coverage today. Today we'll discuss the experience of World Congress of Accountants 2022, which is experienced by so many chartered accountants, but particularly who has taken the stall, like CA Pradeep Kumar ji, who is our today's speaker, how he has experienced the experience of stall and how he is benefited, or what exactly the experience of his in the 4 days of World Congress, because ICI has already announced the first global convention also in the month of November at Gujarat, Gandhinagar, capital of Gujarat, with the capacity of around 6,000 chartered accountant, we can say Indian chartered accountant, or a global professional CPA, and many others also. It's a global convention basically at Gujarat, Gandhinagar, with 6,000 a global chartered accountant will take part there. So this may be a helpful for them as well, and I'm sure that ICI may allow to put a stall for Indian chartered accountancy firm in the November 2023 as well at Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So we'll see that as well. We have a traditional CA firm sustain and flourish by joining networks. That is the discussion point of today. Obviously, a networking guidelines 2021 AOP, the game changer. How it will be take the knowledge from our today's speaker, CA Pradeep Kumar ji, insight of alliance and concept of sub alliance, where to invoice in an independent firm or an alliance, because every time it's basically a debate point, or a self interest, or alliance interest, that also discussion point. So we'll see that as well. Are my firm's revenue or profit taken away by other firms? The doubt in professional mind, that we'll discuss. Can CA and client trust alliances, alliance growth prospect, and technology aspect to the enhancing of our CA's practice or mobility, and many such areas. So entire the thing and the 2 hours discussion will be run by our very learned speaker, CA Pradeep Kumar ji, who is highly qualified, who is a FCA, CPA USA, CISA USA, DISA ICAI, and presently serving the Anantapur branch in the capacity of vice chairman. So we are very proud of you, sir, and you have made the entire presentation. You are ready with the book also, and we are waiting for that book launch also at the earliest. With these words, we would like to welcome you, sir, and would like to tell you that we are live on GoToWebinar, and we are also live on YouTube and LinkedIn. There also people are watching us. So over to you, sir, for the wonderful, knowledgeable session for all the attendees. So over to you, sir.
Thank you, Virag, for the nice introduction. Now, coming to the today's topic, alliance. Concept and a novel concept for a chartered accountants of India. In fact, I can say across the world, because when I thought of writing a book on alliances, I checked the networks and alliances across the world. What we see is if you are part of one network, say if you are in a network of one chartered accountant firm, say you are doing operations in South India, in that network no other else can come and join in that, and for rest of the India or for rest of the other regions, you are allowed to join. So what I see is there is exclusivity by location. So this makes the smaller firms very limited in scope of area of operation. So how we have to go for inclusive networks? That's why we came to a concept like inclusive network. And they say decentralized network. Who is the owner of that network? So here all chartered accountants are independent. Who wants the ownership? That's another question which we are getting that. Then the another thing is like the institute has chosen association of persons as the status of network. I call it as a really game changer. The thing is like the chartered accountant can practice in his individual area, individual firm, maybe sole proprietor, partnership, LLP, whatever it is. Along with that, he can execute the works in the networking firm, whatever may be the network model, maybe alliance or lead firm or networking model, whatever it is. And when I was preparing the agreement, it has given me a free kind of support. Like if you want to write something on partnership, you are regulated by Partnership Act. If you say about LLP, you are bound by the LLP Act. If you say of companies, you are bound by the Companies Act rules and regulations. But there is no act for AOP altogether. So whatever we do here, that will become the act. That agreement will be binding. So I see this really a very, very convenient to execute the work either in individual status or in association of persons. The another thing regarding the ICAI, our institute has into a self-service portal. This made our operations seamlessly. So you can get your practice, or you can write as a student, you will enter the results, the practice, or the service, the qualifications. The moment you want to take the COP, the moment you want to enter into partnership, everything is happening seamless. So the institute has made the networking as a part of SSP since April 2022. I call this as a game changer for networking firms. The institute objective of the self-service portal is as regard to networking firms is let the firms in the network knows who are all the firms. So that will give really a good advantage for the chartered accountant firms who wants to join the network and who can easily exit the network. They know who are the firms which are there in the network. They can see that. So I can say that, and according to the ICAI guidelines, all the things has to be recorded to the ICAI in the SSP portal, through the SSP portal. So firms can easily enter, can easily exit, and the recording can happen. I can call this as the registry of services for members in the SSP portal. We need not have separate register for that, because changes in the firms, networking firms and all have to be reported. Now this has become a very good thing. So so if you see the thing, that the diagram, networking diagram, the alliance, they're all some of the firms, and the ICAI networking guidelines. We will see what it is in our coming slides. So the index is like, as already discussed in session 1, we are going to cover World Congress of Accountants 2022 experience. Section 2, growth prospects of alliance and sub-alliance concepts. Section 3, consortiate functioning of elements of financial statements and pathways of alliance. Section 4 will be covering technologies to make chartered accountants mobile. Section 5, ICAI council views, journey of ICAI regarding to networks, ICAI networking models, and our current environment. So coming to my World Congress experience. So ICAI was planning to host World Congress in India in 2022. Since 2019, it is promoting to extensively to its branches, to its members to participate in the World Congress of Accountants. I have personally encouraged my professional colleagues and my network contacts to take the advantage to participate in the event. This opportunity helps us to access to the World Congress and its associates without traveling outside the country. Thanks to ICAI for making it to happen. I have solicited my professional network to part of World Congress to expand the network and explore the opportunities for all the services we provide in India and overseas. Due to the nature of chartered accountants' profession and demands, our clients were hardly get an opportunity to meet our fellow chartered accountants. There is a great desire amongst our firms to seek the opportunities overseas. We searched for which form of organization is suitable for us. So like our firm, like we formed an alliance firm. Ours is in second in SIRC registration number. So we were exploring. We're all of second generation firms. We were exploring. Why can't we work together and we can explore? And we check like whether we go with LLP or private limited company. Finally, we came for ICAI networking guidelines. We have analyzed the three forms of networks: network and lead firm. These are all the three network forms given as per ICAI networking guidelines 2021. However, we found alliance model is basic and flexible. And as a second generation firms, we thought we go with a basic model for less complications. At the moment we thought of starting the alliance, we don't have a formal kind of agreement, and we thought of placing a stall in the World Congress of Accountants, and our objective of placing a stall is to increase the credibility of our alliance. Our stall was focused mainly to seek outsourcing service opportunities. We demonstrated as group of chartered accountant firms the one umbrella to elevate the customers that we expertise and skill set in wide variety of areas. The inquiries were flooded by other chartered accountant firms as to how to join in a network. The advantages of alliance model seems to be quite encouraging to expand our individual core services. Some of the chartered accountants have asked the following questions. How many locations are you catering? What are your specialized areas? To join the network. Few CAs were looking for foreign qualifications and exploring how many countries do you cater. And at the conference, we came to know that environmental social governance is upcoming opportunity where big firms are showcasing that. The institute has kept MSME buzz, showing the significance of MSME. Has placed many activities of sports, including sports for entertaining that delegate in the exhibition floor. Really, the arrangements made by the institute is excellent, showing all the important areas that have been discussed. There were several international delegates attended, and positions include banks, regulatory authorities, and public chartered accountants or CPAs visited our stall, and the delegates include from different nations, like majority of from African countries, Dubai and Sri Lanka. And this is the picture we have taken in front of our stall during the World Congress of Accountants. And the then president Devshtish Mitraji, the now president Aniket Talatiji, my alliance partners, my Anantapur management committee members, and members from Anantapur, we're all at this stall. I think it is a rare opportunity for us to have this. This is the first time that has been happened over 1 or 4 years. So we were eagerly waiting to explore the opportunities, and this is an unexpected thing from the institute presidents and vice president at that time. Then, what happened after the World Congress of Accountants? We could sense the direction which our profession is moving. The depth of it has been understood at our SIRC conference conducted in Hyderabad, where the panelists The reputed panelists were MP Vijay Kumar sir, B.R. Ramesh, and some other panelists. They were discussing about the future of ICAI, how the profession is moving. They're speaking like exclusivity of ICAI is being diluted. Crowdsourcing is taking away the opportunities of small and medium firms. Should be a boutique firm with specialized knowledge and service. Time to corporate the services, difficult for single individual to handle. The president is saying Institute is entering many MOUs with different countries and chartered accountants are flourishing well at foreign nations in the industry. We are capable of handling for international territories in the area of finance and guided to look for uncharted areas. And in the same conference, when I met some of my friends at Hyderabad, what they say is like majority of the, even though they have the skill set, they have the network, they are unable to do the transfer pricing kind of works. Many big firms are having that opportunity, but not for the local firms at Hyderabad. The similar experience I got with the people residing in coastal areas where they have lots of port activities. What they are saying is like, we don't have any export-import clients. We don't do that for FEMA kind of services because it is not in our area. Some other big chartered accountant firms are doing, which are not local. So coming back to my place at Anantapur, one of my chartered accountant, fellow chartered accountant, said they have grown the client since from the applying of the PAN number, and the client has made into a very big client now. Since 40 years they are renting the services and they have ability to do the services also. They just said that I don't want a firm name like this. I want to have a good name as my auditor. That is the reason they are changing the auditors. So this is the experience which I've interacted in my physical interaction. I had all these things. Then we have questions in our mind. So right now we are in an alliance with existing firms which were closed entities. Can we open up? Okay, and we have an image of first of its kind, having an image like having a stall at World Congress and have interacted with good number of people and we have good number of opportunities. Can we share with others, or can we allow the other chartered accountant firms into our network? If we open up, how to be protected amongst ourselves? How many people you have to take into network? Can we go by location specific? Can we go by number of members? And what is is there any transparent way to work together? And I had a working experience with US CPF firms relating to outsourcing of accounting and other services, where I worked with several small individual CPS. They themselves are not organized for systematic execution. Hence, we saw necessity of targeting a bigger firms. To go for a bigger firm, is our firm ready for specialization, resources? Does our firm has credibility? These all the questions are there in our mind, post coming from the World Congress of Accountants. So now what we need to do? So we, the alliance partners of our firm, had continuous brainstorming sessions since completion of World Congress. Then we came to a conclusion, yes, we can open up, there is a roots and all. So we will be discussing that. Now we are going for the growth prospects of alliance. So now I have a question for you, a poll question for you. Here is the question: how many of us trust another professional to work under collaboration? You can answer. let it be an interactive session. So are you able to see the poll question? How many of us trust other professionals to work under collaboration? So are you able? So we have like 30% have responded, 40% have been responded, and we said we got a response like 85% will trust in a collaboration and 19% will distrust. Yeah, if this is the environment, this is a good time for networking, because since our childhood, what we know is like it is very difficult to get a common opinion from professionals. If you check for, if you seek for 6 professionals, you will get for 8 different opinions. Now I see like everyone are having trust in it. This is a good time for networking altogether. Yeah. So I have further questions. You can type in the chat box. What are the apprehensions that the chartered accountant in practice have to join a network? If you have been asked to join a network, what are the apprehensions you have? So what are the apprehensions you have? Can't view the speaker. Not able to see PPT. Is it good now? So able to see the screen?
Sir, actually, by mistake, you launched the poll.
Okay. Poll I have closed it, sir, already. Yeah.
I have closed now. Now it is okay. Please continue, sir.
Yes. So what are the apprehensions that the chartered accountant in practice have to join a network?
So participants are requested to
Depends
post
upon the working of partner.
their comment in
What is
the
it?
question tab.
Fine,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Please continue, sir.
We'll continue session. Yeah. Yes. Now coming for the growth prospect of alliance. So we have some questions while having the brainstorming sessions with my alliance partners, like how to grow big by maintaining the independence, how to build specialization in the firm, what are all the advantages of networking, what are the advantages of presence across nation, pan presence. Is it advantage to stay as a sole proprietor in alliance? Being in part of a network, is there threat to my practice? Are alliances and partnership firms are one and the same? What is brand sharing? What is group identity? Further, we have some more questions we had, like, do I get fixed salary from networking firm? Whether any alliance entity or entities guarantees the growth to other alliance entities or alliance? Is it advisable to be part of smaller networking firm or a bigger networking firm? Is alliance a franchise? So these are all the questions which we had. We will understand during the session. Now coming for the growth prospects, tendering, specialization, global opportunities. The first thing which I can say is tendering. What is tendering? So like we have chartered accounts spread across India, and everywhere the business are expanding. There are many franchisee kind of business. You can see Apple Store even in the district headquarters or talukas level also, and you can see the alliance. You can see the more. Does they require any support for auditing, like stock audit or something like that? Definitely yes. So what is happening? The big firms may enter into the agreements, but it is difficult for them to execute at this level. However, they are doing that. The shop will be in next to our office, but we will not be doing that activity, even though we were eagerly waiting for that. So what to do now? Now, if you enter into an alliance or a network, whatever is the model given by the ICAI, say like that alliance or network may be having like 30 chartered accountant firms or 50 chartered accountant firms. Now, if you say like any of the firm of the 50 chartered accountant firms in the network, any of the chartered accountant firm may approach for any of the client, or the client may approach into the chartered accountant office and say the requirement, we have this work has to be handled at 30 different locations, 50 different locations. Can you help it out? So as there is an already network in us, so they will communicate the chartered accountant and they will get their things done. This is one of the advantages of being part of a network. So like in spite of changes in technology, RFID is there. In spite of that, there are cases where physical verification is also required. Now, one chartered accountant firm who is a small chartered accountant firm, maybe residing at Delhi or Kolkata, where the alliance is having the branches across 50 locations or 100 locations. He may be a sole proprietor or partnership firm, maybe 2-3 partners or 10 partners, whatever it is. Now he has the ability to execute the thing across India or across the network, across the area of network, the scope of the network which it is. This is one thing relating to tendering aspect of it. Again, the settlements, the payments, the terms and conditions, everything as a part of network will get streamlined. It's not like every time you need to call, every time you need to report. By using some of the cloud solutions, we can handle that. Coming to specialization. Specialization is one of the area which is taking the attraction now. When a client will come to the office and ask, he wants the perfect answer, and he asks many questions. And if you see the practice areas, it's not like practice years like 30 years ago where only income tax plays a bigger role in it, or VAT was the important area. Now the client will say like, I want to set up a branch in Dubai or US, and I want to have business in Delhi or Chennai, having different industry specific things. So when the client will come and speak to us, we as an individual chartered accountant or a couple of partners in a firm are not in a situation to say any legal advice with authority and with the timelines that have been stipulated by the client. So there is a genuine requirement for the client, like yes, why can't we see a bigger firm? The scalability of these firms are very minimal. So a single person, how many areas can he specialize? If he specialized, whether the similar kind of client comes, if comes, how many clients he can handle that? So this is another area. Another thing is like global opportunities, knowledge process outsourcing, BPO, etc. As a small chartered accountant firm, if you want to capture the international markets, say Australia is having its finance thing which are in outsourcing, US is having, and European countries are asking to learn the Spanish languages and German languages to have an opportunity. So whether you cater the requirements of your current office or you want to look for global, what is your choice? And what are your interests? Our choice may be, yes, if you go for global, we may get more revenue. But what are your capabilities? What is your infrastructure? So we will understand this with the various scenarios now. Local firms looking for global opportunities, firms intending to have pan presence, specialized firms forming an alliance, and decentralized and all-inclusive firms. Coming to the first scenario, 3 firms residing at the same place and doing similar kind of services. If you see here, A & Co is a sole proprietor firm, B & Co is a partnership firm, C & Co is an LLP firm. Here A & Co is a sole proprietor having a single person into practice. B & Co is a partners, maybe having like 3-4 partners or 10 partners or 15 partners, and C & Co LLP again having a couple of partners in the firm. Now they are doing the services like income tax, GST, audits. These are all the areas where majority of the small and chartered accountant firms, until unless they are specialized, majority of us are doing these kind of areas. Now they have an objective to look for global opportunities. How to do this now? Now, say suppose A company is a proprietor, he wants to explore the global opportunities. Is his firm ready to leave his office for a couple of months to explore the office, to explore the opportunities, say at Dubai or US or whatever is the country? Is he capable of that? Similarly, in case of B & Co or C & Co, where in spite of we call it as partnership firms, hardly 2-3 partners or 3-4 partners having 2-3 locations, can they move their offices? If yes, how long? And how are they able to satisfy their existing clientele? So this is the scenario which we are looking for. So the solution is like to form a networking firm, and A and company, A, B, C, all the 3 firms will be doing their individual works, building their individual services, rendering their services to individual clients. A will do the same thing, B will do the same thing, C & Co will do the same thing. Now, say suppose from B & company, a person wants to explore the outsourcing activities. Now, A and company and C and company will support the B and company to execute the things, to look after the office of B and company. Now, B and company will focus on outsourcing kind along with their existing practice. Now, B and company went for a couple of months. They have to show a demonstration that they are capable of executing the things on site and off site. So here they have to demonstrate the client that yes, I am here, but your works are being executed there by our partner entities. Now B's office is having a lacuna, like B is not present in the office. If for a couple of weeks, that is fine. If it may take for 3-4 months, the client will say we are not satisfied with you, we may leave it. We leave your firm. Now what we will do? A and company and C and company will support the B and company for their individual things. Can they support that? Why not? They are doing a similar kind of services. Is there a threat? Like my clientele will be taken away by B's clientele will be taken by A and C? Absolutely no. Because B and company is aiming for a bigger goal, which is a common goal. So the moment the work get executed, then they themselves will turn into specialization. So in this kind of scenario, firm's location in single place, say like less than 10 kilometers distance or 2 kilometers distance, whatever it is, so they can collaborate, they can have their work having their existing clients, they need not lose that. The moment they get the outsourcing in a big run, we need not say like you please specialize, because they themselves say like already we are having one more area of line of practice, so why can't we specialize? Why can't I take income? One person will take income tax, another firm will take GST, and another firm will take audits. So this is the advantage of alliance. Now they book the alliance revenue, for outsourcing revenue in the alliance firm, and according to their understanding, they may share the fee ratio, profits or profits and all. So firms residing in the single location, now they are aiming for they are getting one more opportunity of outsourcing. Along with that, they are able to get the specialization. Will come for the next scenario. You can see here now India is taken place as global outsourcing hub. Why can't we take the opportunity? Presence across nations. The second scenario. Multi-locations in one nation. Assuming like there are 30 alliance firms in a network, and majority of the firms may be doing a similar kind of services, but few of the firms will be a boutique kind of services. They will be doing exclusively on RERA or GSP or whatever it is. So they will be doing variety of services. Now a client will come and say, like, the client will be having multiple projects in his hands. He will be asking multiple questions. Sir, I want this. I want to set up a branch. I want to set up a new company in New Delhi. I want to set up a new company in Jammu and Kashmir. I want to set up a new company in Kerala. Now we are able to cater in the Andhra Pradesh or Karnataka, a similar state. If you see the distance of Jammu and Kashmir or Kerala or West Bengal, what we say is that the client will understand that we don't have that scalability, and the client will look for bigger firms. Now, if you say that, sir, we are capable of doing that, we can handle things, you may refer, say like company incorporations in Jammu and Kashmir or Kerala. They will do that. Now you will be the first stock for interacting with the client, and you will be interacting with the chartered accountants in the network. Can you do this? Okay. Or else, if you don't want, you can directly refer him. He's my network partner. You can check with him. He will do that. Now you are assured that whatever the client which you are handling stays with you and have trust in you, and he feels that yes, you can handle multi locations altogether. A similar scenario in case of specialties. Say like you may be doing GST or income tax. The client will come and ask for a requirement of FEMA, or something relating to provident fund, where you don't deal with provident fund altogether. Now what you have to do, boss, I do these only specified services. I cannot cater for another service, another kind of services. So what the client says, why I need to stick on for the same firm? He's doing one kind of service, but as my company is growing, I have several verticals coming into my picture. Why can't I go for a bigger chartered accountant firm? That is the requirement of the client. So irrespective of the confidence level and the age of serving the client, the key concept is satisfying the requirement of the client is the key aspect. Are we able to cater the requirements or not? If we are able to catering the requirements, the client will stay. Assuming that we are the clients, we will go for some other services. We may go for hospitals. We may say like, sorry boss, we cannot go. We cannot travel this many locations for a checkup. Why can't we have multi-specialty hospital? A similar kind of stuff here. Luckily, now with the advantage of cloud technologies and the networkings and the communication which we are with a phone call or a Zoom meeting or a conference calls, we can get our things done now. So if we are having this much of advantage, why can't we be a part of network? And we have here a choice of irrespective of organization status. As a sole proprietor, I can be a part of network. As a partnership, I can be a part of network, and as a LLP, I can be a part of network. So network may have its own guidelines. We need to check whether the network is a principle-oriented network or a rule-based oriented network, or open network or closed network. These are the factors which we need to look before entering into a network. And again, we have one more thing like where to bill. Can we bill in a networking firm or in our independent firm, which we'll be discussing in depth in our coming slides. The third scenario, specialized firms in the network. So suppose your firm is specialized in GST and you are catering the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat. Now there's a requirement for a client. In spite of we have a good system of GST portal, one nation, one portal. There is definitely a requirement to go for the local offices to represent ourselves for various of the cases. Okay, as the client expands his operations across all the states in India, he will look as like how many chartered accountants I need to go, how many chartered accountants I need to have. Similarly, if you see about the RERA, Real Estate Regulation Authority, some of the firms are catering the areas in say like New Delhi, Punjab, Chandigarh and all. If their client wants to develop in Tamil Nadu or in West Bengal, definitely they cannot cater. Definitely those people wants to go for another chartered accountant firm in those areas. Now the client has to check what is the state which I should go to, who is the correct person, and at risk he has to go. Okay, now if we are part of network, there may be any other firms, n number of firms. Of the 40 firms in a network, 10 firms may be doing, say 5 firms may be doing real estate and regulatory authority. If there are in 5 states, okay, or 3 states, whatever it is, up to those states, they can assure you that they themselves can execute the work without referring. They may be having the agreement with another chartered accountant firm. They have their own agreements. They can execute, and they said to the client, sir, we are capable of doing, we are located in Tamil Nadu, we are capable of doing RERA of New Delhi. We are capable of doing RERA of Kolkata, Bihar, whatever it is. Or else, sir, I have a known person who are specialized in that area, and I will coordinate with you, and you can get your things done. Now the client confidence will increase drastically because you're altogether a specialized firm. You have a good amount of trust in you. Now you are proposing some other firm who is in that area itself, and You may be executing by yourself or you may be coordinating with them. So of the firms which are there in the network, there are like many areas, startup advisory, MSMEs on all states. If you look for MSME, each along with the central government guidelines policies, every state government issues their policies. If you are good at couple of state policies, and the client will come and say we have a requirement in altogether different state, are we able to cater the client? Definitely not. If yes, maybe you may add one more state, but not for 5 more or 10 more states. If your firm is in part of the network and you are connected with your similar profile, work profile people, then you can say like, yes, we can provide across the India, or if your network has say 10 branches, 10 firms in India doing similar kind of services, these are all the states wherever you go, we will refer the services. Now, with the advantage of technology, the clients are doing multi-businesses, multi-specializations, multi-locations, all these things. Is it possible for small and medium firms to cater the details like that? Definitely no. So this is one of the advantages to be part in network. Similarly, upcoming area like information systems and advisory services and environmental social governance. So specialized firms in the network, you are part of a network, you are having specialization in your area. Now you will take the advantage of global national pan presence and of your specialization. You will be doing your own work. Your scope has been increased dramatically. So this is the advantage of having specialized firms in the network. Now this is the title of our first paper presentation. Alliance, a possibility of decentralized and inclusive networks for Indian chartered accountancy firms. And if you see, here, this is Alliance AOP, which is Marginello. This is a networking firm. This is an AOP. And if you see here, like there are multiple colors here, triangles and ovals. These are all the three entities which they keep continually interacting, and they will have interaction with the alliance altogether. So if you come for our previous slide, this is the thing. Say here, this is a networking firm. These three firms are here. These three firms will be communicating only amongst themselves along with the network like this. If you come here, this is one of the firm alliance. This is the alliance, and they're all the three firms. These three will communicate with the alliance. Apart from that, if you see here, these three will be communicating these firms along with alliance, and if there is a requirement, they are communicating with the other firms altogether. Here also, if you see like a star symbol, which I meant for specialized firms, they can have their interaction amongst themselves, or they have AOP or other firms in the network. So if you see now, we have a network having providing services of all kinds altogether. If you want to have specialization, yes, you have specialization. If you want to build in your firm, you can build it. If you want to build in AOP, you can build it. If you want to explore for outsourcing opportunities, these three firms are doing similar kind of services. They want to explore outsourcing kind of opportunities. Yes, they can do that. They want to build here, they can build here. And if they want to leave their office for a couple of months and execute the work, these firms will support. So if you see, these firms will support. I have taken 3 as a number. It's upon the interest of the firms where they can work together. Now, one question which I would like to ask, like say suppose there are 100 partners in a partnership firm. Do they know their names, and do they reside in a similar locality? It's definitely no. They do. They might be having multiple presence in their multiple states. They could have become partners. They keep on changing. But a person can hardly interact for execution of works hardly 10 persons or 20 persons. If you take a firm like of 3 partners, they may have a employee base of 50 or 100 is by max. Okay, so wherever you go, there is a limitation on the people, how many people we will communicate. If we are part of this, yes, if you see this firm will be interacting only these people. It is not along with alliance, it is not connected with any of the network altogether. Okay, they will be doing their activity. If there is a requirement, they will interact. If there is no requirement, they will remain, they will not interact. They will work on their objectives. So what is the advantage of this? Now, if you say like my firm name is A and company or B and company, there is an individual identity which is there now also. We are holding that one also. Now, if we say like all the entities will say one name. Okay, now that name becomes local for all the citizens of the place or of the country altogether. So the credibility without doing anything will be enhanced like anything. They say yes, they will do this work. They will do this work. If not they can refer some people. Okay, now if you see this added with our this network across India, multi-state, and like which we saw. So now, irrespective of the status of the organization, maybe sole proprietorship, maybe partnership, maybe LLP, you can do. Irrespective of specialization, whatever is the specialization, you can do. A sole proprietor can be part of network, and he may want to interact, he may interact. He don't want to interact, he may not interact until unless he opens up and there is a requirement, then only he may communicate. Otherwise, no. Just he will be doing his practice and he'll say I'm part of this network, because he's not open up that much, and every person will take some time to open up how to do things and all. So it will be advantageous for all kinds of firms here. People who are very dynamic in nature, they can part of alliance, they can do lot many of activities. People with average kind of things, they can part of network, and based upon the opportunities they get it, they may execute. They may not involve that much, but if there is an opportunity they can do, they will definitely do that. There are some people who are very close kind of people. Yes, they can part of network. It is their choice to interact. And one more thing is like these 3 firms which I call here. Who are those 3 firms? I've already stated the firms are from the same location. Okay, those people are your professional colleagues. You might be knowing them since 10 years, 5 years, or you may be friends, recently qualified friends, and you want to set up your practice. Okay, you can do that. If possible, you can partner together, or you say we have existing business and all, you can become a network kind of thing. A collaboration can be established. So with whom are we communicating? It's only with your professional colleagues who are there. Within this, I'm saying about the, if you see this blue color, only these firms are the friends. Only these 3 firms are friends. So they can do their work accordingly. So now the trust level of the alliance is increased, because you are interacting with your friends or known people, and you are interacting amongst yourself. Until unless you require a special kind of services or referral things, if you have an objective like outsourcing, yes, you are interacting with only your team, and you can say to your client like, my ability to deliver service, whatever is the requirement, I'm able to do that. If not me, my network will able to do that. So now the client will say like, the client will really establish a level of trust with us. Say like, he may be working for us with 2 years or 1 year or 5 years or 10 years or 15 years. He has the trust now. Now there is the trust will increase much more if we speak like this, or say like, sir, I cannot do that. He says like, again I need to look for some more chartered accountant. I don't know, sir, how that person will speak and all. Okay, if he's really having good capability and scalability, he will think like, why I need to come for this chartered accountant and that chartered accountant again and again. In spite of having good confidence, because of the situation, the clients may tend to leave the organization altogether. So that option will become very remote if we enter into these kinds of networks. So scalability, specialization across India, and outsourcing. So these are all the growth prospects which we see in the alliance or networks. Now coming for the alliance. This is the definition given by our institute, where the larger structure of group of entities is aimed at wider cooperation, professionals, wider professional reach, and wider geographical presence, and is clearly aimed at profit sharing or cost sharing amongst the entities. Within the structure, it may be an alliance. However, sharing of cost does not itself create alliance. Further, association of firms to provide joint service or develop a product may itself create an alliance. So this is the definition which our institute has given. The broad objectives just now we have discussed, like wide cooperation, sharing of common name. So the alliance or network will have one name, in spite of having the alliance entities or networking firms their own identity and status. They will be like they have common identity and individual identity, and sharing common name if desired by relevant firms, and showcase their combined strength. You will definitely say to your client, like, these are all the services which I can render now. You have wide professional reach, and you have referral practices. As I already stated that you may refer a client, a person in Maharashtra may be referring client in New Delhi. Yes, that can be possible. Or for want of specialization, you may refer a chartered accountant in Maharashtra itself. Now we have a wider geographical presence. And the important part which our institute has done is you can execute the works in AOP. Alliances can register themselves as association of persons as registered on income tax laws. Alliances may form AOP, open a bank account in their name, obtain PAN number, GST. Income received from AOP can be distributed as per memorandum of understanding amongst the member firms of the alliance. IT returns have to be filed by the AOP. AOP can prepare common balance sheet, get it audited. A firm may project itself as an independent firm of a particular alliance name. So these are all this is about the alliance which has been given by our institute, and these are the advantage. Like, yes, you need to have a bank. You can take your PAN number, GST, and as the institute have allowed to execute the works, these are all the requirements. However, they have specifically stated these things can be taken in the guidelines. Coming further, sub alliance. So what is this sub alliance? Here the institute has not given this definition. Based upon our understanding, we have coined the term called sub alliance or sub network or whatever it is. This is a part of a network. So what it is? A group of alliance entities which are part of alliance firm. Alliance firm is nothing but AOP here. Intended to develop specialized line of practice amongst themselves by sharing their clients' work according to their specialization, or alliance entities intended to merge and become a partnership firm or LLP for geographical presence or for additional practice areas, or referral firms and executing firms can become partners, or so whatever. The sub-alliance firm is only for internal integration and for all legal purposes. It is the alliance firm and alliance the AOP and alliance entities are binding factors. The name of sub-alliance has no legal presence and significance. The goodwill of sub-alliance firm is nil. It shall be the understanding of the alliance entities where they can be a member of sub-alliances regarding the nature of works. What exactly it means, like, I will take to a previous slide for a better understanding. Say right now, this is a part of alliance. Initially, I said this is an alliance. If you go for a bigger kind of network, here three firms or A company, B company, C company are doing the, and now here AOP is here. Now, if you come here A company, B company, C company, like that, D, E, F, G, H, G, they are parting. So here, what I call it as A, B, C. These three firms are they intended to work jointly for a specified project. Okay, outsourcing. Now, A want to do something. There's a requirement for A to go for abroad. B and C will be supporting. So what I call is like A, B, C as sub alliance. This is the whole alliance, and this part is the sub alliance. This part is sub alliance. Here, this star is not part of any sub alliance. It is a direct thing. So now, some firms will be very dynamic in getting the clients. Someone will be good at executing the work. So as the time progresses, the chartered accountants will get understanding. Yes, I am good at executing role. I will do more of executing works. I am good at getting the works now more. I can do that more. So there may be firms altogether. Some firm will be always getting the clients and delegating the works to other firms. Some other firms will be delegated things. It's according to them. Who is going to dictate? No, everyone are equal, everyone are independent. Okay. So to have a clear understanding of this, we coined the term called. Now, we will go for the next thing, principles of alliance. So, what are the principles of alliance? Trust, transparency, technology, independence, inclusiveness, independence, openness, collaboration, one identity. So this again, these are the things which are driving factors for the success of any of the network. If there is no trust, no one wants to enter the network altogether. So if you see how to increase the trust, if you see the partnership ratio of chartered accountant firms, it is less than 2. Maybe 1.5 to 1.8 or something like that. Why we see the partnership firm of small partnership firms? Because there's lack of trust. Why? How much I have generated? What he did it? All this stuff are there. So without the trust, nothing will move. So trust is the core principle. To enhance trust, what is required is transparency. So what is the work that has been given? Who has executed that? Who has bought that? Who is the key persons in it? How the sharing has been done? If these are very transparent, now people will get the trust. Technology is the order of the day. And with the advent of COVID, even the 60% people are also now addicted for technology. That is the age, the time which we are into. Inclusiveness. Without inclusiveness, how can the network can expand? So here, what I call inclusiveness is like, yes, include the scope of the location, geographical presence, or include the various kinds of organizations. If you say network conditions like only 10 partners in a firm, then only I will enter into that. Means like you are limiting your scope by yourself. If you say like I can include sole proprietorship, I can include a couple of partners in a firm in my network, then you call inclusiveness. If the firm alliance AOP or alliance or AOP is inclusive, more and more inclusive, then it have its own advantage for it. Inclusiveness, independence. We are noted for independence. We don't work for any other persons as we are into practice, and even now that is being assured here. Independence, cooperativeness. Now we are into like many number. Previously we are into one firm, maybe of a sub-alliance. You are part of a sub-alliance, maybe like 3-4 firms you may be interacting, or as part of alliance you have access for 50 firms. You can cooperate each other firm. We don't know how the requirement comes. We don't know whose capabilities are what. So if the network is ready and we are communicative, yes, we can definitely cooperate each other. If I don't know something, I definitely a firm will cooperate with me. If some other is difficult, yes, we may cooperate. Collaboration, the growth prospects is nothing but the collaboration which I have dealt with. And again, one identity, one name for the alliance or a networking firm shows your firm is more local firm across the nation. These are all the principles of alliance. Now, coming for the next section, consortiate working, elements of financial statements. Consortiate working means the combined functioning. So now I have a poll question. In a networking mode, one can build in individual firm or a networking firm. Given a choice, where do you show interest to build firm? Straight question, self-interest or network interest? We have 3 options here. A, individual firm, maybe the sole proprietorship or partly formed LLP. B, networking or alliance firm. C, we are acceptable for A or B. Both are acceptable for us. So now I will enable the poll for you. You need to interact. Now the poll is launched. You can answer now.
Customers are requested to vote for the poll.
So we'll take a couple of minutes. Like
Please vote quickly. People, you also want to know the poll result? We'll
yes,
share
sir.
with you as well.
So like
before poll result, we have our growth partner also, CA Deepali
yes,
Nagaria. She has already joined, and we have a wonderful presentation and a growth prospect in terms of to cater the MSME clients in a different and a specialized area as per the need of the MSMEs across India. So friends, we already got a good number of voting, more than 60% around. If balanced person are still able to vote, we'll close the voting in next 10 seconds. Please vote quickly, friends. We are closing the voting. Yeah, thank you. We'll share the poll result in quick time. Before that, we'll like to invite CA Deepali Nagaria about the eMSME portal, which is very wonderfully made by chartered accountant for the benefit of all the chartered accountants and a country as a whole. A true partner in a nation building. Ma'am, we can see your PPT. You can continue. Ma'am, you are on mute. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah. So, okay. So again, thank you very much, Viraksa, for giving us an opportunity, to talk to the CA fraternity over here. As we at EMSME, we are a fintech startup, and we are based out of Mumbai, and we are also a team of CAs over here. We have good, 9 to 10 CAs in our team, and we have built up one of the products that we call as EMSME SIRC. So I'll just like to brief you about what the product is and what problem does it resolve and what do the CAs have in it for them, right? So as you can see, it is a new age tool creating avenues for CA professions and, with respect to government schemes. So when we are targeting MSMEs. So we understand the importance of MSMEs in today's, economy. So to empower, to grow the MSMEs, the government is bringing in lot many schemes as in wherein they are, providing them various benefits like capital subsidy, interest subsidy, providing them loans at very cheaper rate so that they can grow and they have fun. But the problem here is the MSMEs are not aware that such huge and good benefits are available for them. So this is where the CAs also come into the picture, because these are the people they go to. These are the people who which that is the link between the whole finance system of us for an MSME and of course themselves, MSMEs, that is. So I'll just take you to the next slide. So you can see in this slide what are the opportunities that are available and why MSMEs are also important. Okay. So first of all, the MSMEs are highly unstructured and they mostly have a physical arena where they work and they function. Now we have to be very, it is very important to make them make a shift and, make them shift to the digital platform. Okay. The second thing is, as I mentioned, government brings up lot many benefits. So here you can see like good 15,000 crores of budget they are setting aside for the MSME schemes and all. Apart from that, the third part is MSME is right now, contributing to up to 30% of Indian GDP, and even in developed countries it is up to 60%, and it is expected to rise to 50% by 2025. So again, as I mentioned, by MSMEs, this is the part. Now this whole structure which I'm going to explain you is going to help you to add another potential revenue stream to your own business other than the whole the traditional practice that we are running right now. And definitely you can do all of this using a digital platform that we have created, which we call as EMSME SARTHI. So just a second. Okay, so as you can see here, what is the problem over here, right? The BCAs are catering to the MSMEs on various fronts, be it compliance, be it accounting, others. But what problem we are not solving is the finance problem, because the MSMEs are highly unstructured. No bank is ready to give them the loan or finance, and because of that, even the eligible MSMEs are lacking funds and they're not able to grow. So here is again where the CAs come into the picture, and they can be aware. Like first of all, to make the MSMEs aware, we ourselves have to be aware about the benefits that are available for the MSMEs, so that we can transfer that information to them and help them out in growing their businesses. Okay, so what we have done here to resolve this problem or bridge the gap between MSMEs and the benefits that are available to them is one scheme discovery platform. Okay, so under this platform, what happens, if you fill in all the basic details that are available in the Udyam registration certificate of any MSME into our portal, you get a filtered list of schemes that are applicable to that specific business. Now we have good 600 to 650 schemes on a platform right now, which covers centrally driven schemes, state-based, state-driven schemes as well. So what is the benefit of our platform? Again, it is a single source of all the MSME schemes. You don't have to explore to good 100 plus websites. You just get all the information at one place. We provide all the scheme details in our report that we call as scheme discovery report. It is a very simplified report wherein you get to read all the information. You get expert assisted fulfillment. That is, once you have identified which scheme is applicable to your business, you of course will need help, or the MSME will need help in the availment of the scheme as well. So you definitely can help out the client if you are into that arena already working, and definitely we can also align there and collaborate. If not, then also we can help you out with the availment part of the schemes. Fourth is we also provide a compliance health check wherein you can just go and check for your businesses that what all registrations do you require, okay, which are mandatory one, which are not mandatory, which are recommendatory, all sort of registrations you get the information about. So
So just want to interrupt and tell you everyone that more than 100 website and more than 600, around 600 plus schemes at a one single platform, state-wise, we can say ministry-wise, and a country as a whole, as a central policymaker, NABARD, SIDBI, there are so many. So all scheme you will get it one. And let me tell you, few of the scheme are a fantastic scheme. Like your client, whenever they are taking part in exhibition, they will get the reimbursement of the stall if they are putting the stall, including the hotel and travel cost as well. So, ma'am, please tell about the our plans for the chartered accountant.
Yes, sir. So as a sir has already briefed you, and I was also telling you about various kind of scheme benefits that we have. So on our platform again, you get once you filter the schemes, you get to know different aid types. Like, do you want capital subsidy? Do you want interest subsidy? Do you want reimbursement, like sir mentioned, wherein you get 100% reimbursement of all various expenses from the government just by applying it. Sometimes you get reimbursement of all of your loan processing fees that you pay to the banks and all. Such kind of benefits are available, which of course your MSME clients are not aware now. To get to know these things, we have to just perform an activity on our platform. That is, we have to discover the schemes. Okay, I'll just show you the platform once and I'll explain you the. So this is a platform, sati.emsme.com. Right now you can see here, this is the home page. You can see know your government schemes over here. Here you can see this partnered with us in empowering MSMEs. If we click here, you go to the plan page. Okay, plan page, that is, we are offering the discovery in three plans, like that is silver, gold and platinum. So you get various different benefits under each of the schemes, which I'll explain you right now. So here you can see this is the first plan, that is silver plan. Here you get, of course, dedicated expert advisory is going nowhere. It is available no matter what. We are there to help you out. The second part is you get 50 scheme discovery reports worth ₹1,000 each. So here, if you understand the math, you are paying ₹5,000 for a silver plan. Okay. So here you get 50 reports each, and each is worth ₹5,000. Oh, sorry, 1,000. So if you are generating 50 reports for free, you can sell the same report, or you can provide the same report to your MSME client, and you can charge ₹1,000. Or if you think you want to charge more, you can do that as well. You can include or you can add your consultancy fees, which usually goes to around 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. That is another income you can add. Third point, once the client is okay and he is ready to avail the scheme, then the availment fees itself goes to 1% to 2% of the, or even more, honestly even more, of the loan amount or the project cost that we are getting availed. So for example, even if it's 1 crore rupees, your income goes to lakhs. So if you understand this math over here, just by spending 5,000 here, if you are generating 50 SDRs and selling it for 1,000, you easily get 50,000 over here. So your cost is getting recovered here and then and there only. You don't even have to go for consultancy. But definitely you will, because that is a very good thing, and of course your MSME client will need that. Plus, additional thing when what we help here is help you out with free availment assistance of selected schemes. So one such availment we will help you out with. If you are not from the availment background and you don't know how does it work and all that, we will help you out. Likewise, there are gold plans, platinum plan. There are certain additional benefits under each of the heads. So these are the plans. I'll just go back. And as I was mentioning that there are a good 650 schemes right now on our portal, which the database keep getting updated on daily basis. We add schemes, we disable schemes which are getting redundant and all that. So the data is correct and the data is very up to date. So you don't have to worry about it. You just have to generate a report. That's it. So okay. I would just like to show you all our report if it is there.
Friends would like to request everyone to take the maximum benefit of this and go for that initial plan of at least of 5,000 as of now. Once you confident you can make a more, and I'm sure that you will all make the money out of this wonderful scheme, and your client also will be aware about all the applicable schemes or maximum benefit of the government. Generally, government, why they are giving the benefit? Basically to help the exporter to export more, to reduce the import. So all this will be benefited by your MSME clients, and I'm sure that at least everyone has a 50 or more clients, so you can generate for all them, or even for a new businesses as well, for females as well. And there are so many other schemes also across India, across different states, NABARD, SIDBI, and different ministry as well. You need not visit 100+ website. You have to just visit this, and the team is also a wonderful team of chartered accountants, so you can trust very easily. And this is a code for attending today's session. The coupon code is there, and the validity date is 10 days from now, 7th May up to. Please note down this and take the maximum benefit. At least you can try for free for one of your client or for yourself as well. Deepali ma'am, you can conclude in a 2-3 sentence now, please.
Yeah. Thank you very much. You actually summed it up for me. So thank you very much. So everyone, I request you to note down this coupon code. It has been provided for you all people to test it. Once you are, I'm pretty sure you will be very happy with the product and how does it function and all that. If you require any help, I am available. You can call me. I'll assist you wherever you are stuck. But please use this code and use this code to generate the report so that you know how does it work and how does it look. And then after that, you can definitely go ahead and at least get yourself registered for the silver plan. Then once you are satisfied, I know you will definitely go forward and you will upgrade your plan to the gold and platinum as well. So yeah, that's it from my side.
While upgrading the plan, you can also upgrade offline as well. You need not pay again the entire amount. You just pay the balance amount. That facility is also available. So thank you, Deepali ma'am. And friends, would like to now share the poll result before we again invite Pradeep ji. The poll result is everyone can see on screen. So this is a poll result. So individual firm is 20%, networking or alliance firm they're telling 25, either A or B acceptable is 55. So over to you, Pradeep sir. You can share your screen, sir, and share your presentation, sir.
Sir, is it present? Is it visible, sir? The presentation?
Not yet, sir. Let me share screen again, sir.
Yeah, please. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, sir. Please continue, sir.
So 20% of the, sir, can I know how many people has participated in the poll, sir? So like 20% has
more than 60% has voted. Was live, so more than 60% is voted.
Fine.
So number of person we don't know, but yes, in percentage terms, 20%
Yeah.
is told that individual firm, sole proprietorship or partnership, or a networking alliance is 25, and either or is 55%.
So by looking the poll results, if you see the either or networking, it is touching more than 80%.
Yes,
So
yes.
people are really interested in to work in networking mode. That is the poll result which we can understand by this. And we have another poll question now. The question is your firm ready in networking mode to bear unproductivity of another firm in the network? So I'll share the question. Another poll now is in a networking mode. Sorry, is your firm ready for in a networking mode to bear unproductivity of another firm in network? So you can
So participants, again, it's your turn. Immediately, please vote. We would like to close the voting soon when we receive the maximum percentage of voting. So all are who is attending live on GoToWebinar can only do the quick poll voting. Who is watching on LinkedIn or on YouTube, they may not able to see the screen as of now, and they may not able to vote as well. So would like to tell them to come on GoToWebinar and ask your question as well, and take the maximum benefit of the wonderful feature of GoToWebinar as well. So we got around 50% voting. We are close immediately in next 10-15 seconds. So please vote, friends who has not yet voted. It's a wonderful question. Whether is your firm is ready in a networking mode to bear unproductivity of another firm, or like another partner also, if you in the same firm. So it's other firm. So how it will be effect, or how you are thinking whether it is ready or not ready, or sometimes ready. A wonderful question is given by Pradeep sir. Why we should bear other firms unproductivity, or we should bear sometimes, or we should give chance, because we all want to grow. So please vote. With this, we are closing the voting, sir.
Yes, sir. So it is nice to see
Can you
that.
share the results, sir?
Yeah, it's nice to see that around 59% says someone are ready, and some of them are not ready, and 30% said we are
Sometimes
not.
ready and sometimes not ready, sir.
Yeah, the around 59% sometimes ready or sometimes not ready. It's like more than
Yes.
50%. They I see there is an openness in the members now. Like usually what will happen is like majority of the people in my perception, I'm saying in my perception, they don't want to bear that risk. Why we have to bear? But
Absolutely,
as
yes.
majority of the people or the technology or the environment is changing, I see a change in mindset. I think it is a good sign for networking firms so that they can move. Now we'll come for the presentation. So now we have a few questions here, a similar like of questions. Where to execute the work, in CA firm or a networking firm? Can I bill my client according to my wish or desire, or shall I follow the guidelines of network? Can a network dictate, yes, you have to bill in network itself, not in your firm? Or can you dictate, I will bill in my firm, not in a network firm? How a referral alliance firm and executing alliance firm can become a partnership firm? Say like some are good at getting the works and some are good at executing the works. If they are part in the network, can they become a partnership firm in the future? Can I bill my client according to my desire, or I follow the guidelines? I think it's a repeated question. What is the profit sharing in association of persons? Do we have a fixed profit sharing ratios which we have like in partnership firms, or how does it work? How can association of persons can have fixed assets in its books? Who are the owners of it? Where are the assets located? So having these questions in mind, and this alliance revenue, this is purely our understanding, and it's not been defined in the institute revenue institute guidelines. It is for our agreement's sake amongst the networking firms. Different firms have their own kind of working. Some direction we are giving here. So subscription from alliance entities towards cost recovery. So there are costs in a common cost for the alliance firms or networking firms. Who has to bear that? Everyone has to bear that. So the alliance or the network will incur the cost. Ideally, it should be minimal because it's a common cost, and based upon the number of partners or employees, the networks can take some stand and they can fix some amount percentage on that. Based on that, they can recover some of the common costs. So the first point is recovery of cost itself. The second one, referral fee. Say suppose firm A has referred some work to firm B. So on the total amount referred, of that 30% of the fee shall be given to the network or the alliance. So alliance is getting a revenue of 30% for referral. Or else the work itself is billed in alliance. Now the client has been given the invoice which has been in the AOP, Association of Persons. So these are all the three kinds of revenues which we foresee, works executed in alliance, works has been referred, and subscription income which has been a common cost, sharing of common cost. So this is our understanding, or the networks who want to form a network, it's a guideline for them to have a stand on this. Then coming for the next area, alliance surplus. The amount which alliance entities contribute to alliance, that is the AOP, whether it is referral or tender or work executed in alliance entity or work executed in alliance. So wherever the work, whatever the work that is there, alliance should have a surplus. Like it has billed 1 lakh rupees and it should have a surplus of 10% of that 1 lakh, that is 10,000. Say I have given for tendering work or whatever it is. If you see the scenario number, point number 1, work is billed in alliance entity and executed in alliance firm or another alliance referral firm, it is 10%. The network should have a profit of 10%. Work is billed in alliance and executed by alliance entities. Work is billed and executed in alliance itself on tendering work executed. Whatever it is 10%. We will understand in the next slides. Say now, just now we discussed about the subscription income. You see here, common costs. What are the common costs here? Definitely, to have a coordination amongst multiple firms, a cloud platform is required. For that, you may have a cloud office management software for that solutions. Definitely you require a website for your office. Definitely you want your network to expand, and you require coordination among the network entities, some office administration expenditure and salaries. These are all the expenditure which should be ideally minimum. Those things has to be recovered as subscriptions from the networking entities or alliance entities. Maybe as the network is inclusive, maybe like sole proprietorship firm will be there, partnership firms or LLPs, all these are the alliance entities or the networking entities. Based upon the number of partners or employees or irrespective of usage. I have not used this, I have not used that. No, these are all the common expenditure. Irrespective of your usage, you can share that. Okay, so this is the cost sharing. This is the first income of the alliance, which is nothing but cost, which is the common cost has been shared across the alliance entities. Coming for the second, where to bill and where to expend. Now I have work in my hand. I have a choice of billing. Yes, I can bill in my individual name or in the alliance name. Okay, so we have our existing clients with us. Definitely we don't keep, majority of us will not keep in the alliance. Maybe for some reasons some of the chart accountants may want to bill in alliance. We don't know, it's an individual choice. Now these are all the possible scenarios which we foresee. Billing is made in alliance and work executed by alliance entities. If you take the scenario where a bill is raised in alliance and work is executed in 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 money, whatever is the alliance entities. If you take the example of outsourcing itself, outsourcing is a new area of practice. Now everyone may choose to bill in outsourcing in the alliance itself. Now who will execute finally? People from alliance entities or alliance will itself take some of the staff. These are the two possible scenarios. If you take the first scenario, now the work is executed by A company, B company and C company. If 1 lakh is billed, 10% is kept for the alliance, the balance will be shared among the alliance entities in their agreed ratios. We can call it as a contract method. Similarly, we don't want that. We want to expense everything relating to outsourcing in the alliance entity itself. Yes, you can do that. So one is contract method, another is the expenditure method, and there may be referral included there. The first two are referral included, 4 and 5 are, first two are without referrals and 4 and 5 are with referrals. The methods is contract method and alliance method, expense in the expense method. And another thing is like reference. So in case of reference, just now one entity is referring for the services for another entity, the alliance will generate some of the revenue. Okay, so we will see this practically in the next slides. Now, this is a slide. Say suppose outsourcing global outsourcing revenue or Indian revenue non-attest. Alliances networks can do only non-attest services. Okay, any attestation has to be done in your individual or partnership firms, sole proprietor or partnership firms only. So say assuming the global outsourcing revenue is 1 lakh. Okay, now if we go for contract method, maybe A firm, B firm, C firm, whatever is the firms, A firm may charge for 40,000, B firm may charge for 20,000 and C firm may charge for balance 30,000. Cumulatively we will get 90,000. That 90,000 will be expended. Okay, 10% of the revenue should be the surplus, alliance surplus. 1 lakh of the 10%, this is the alliance surplus. So here we don't have any expenditure for salaries, rent, current, infrastructure, maintenance, nothing is there, because who is taking care? These expenditure are expended in the books of their individual entities, maybe partnership firms or LLPs or proprietorship firms. The alliance is responsible only for the agreed transfer. Okay, so that 90,000 will be shared amongst the 2 alliance entities or 3 alliance entities which have executed the work. So this is one scenario where work is bought and executed by the same firm or firms. Now, if you see the scenario here, again 1 lakh has been billed here, 1 lakh has been billed here. Here we are saying the employees belongs to alliance itself. We will pay the salaries. Alliance will pay the salaries. Alliance will pay the rent. Alliance will bill the professional insurance. Because like when you explore into the international markets, they will speak. We will sue for your inefficiency or whatever is the reasons. So professional insurance is a must for if you are entering into the space of international area of practice, global outsourcing. If you are aiming for that, professional insurance is the important aspect. It is coming into India also, but widely presented widely in the US. If you say like US and all, it is widely it is mandatory. I can call it as mandatory. It is required. Now, so alliance is paying, and 10% will be the surplus of it. 10% should be the alliance surplus. Sir, I have incurred all the expenditure 1,20,000. Sorry, you need to compensate. You have to maintain the surplus of 10,000 for the alliance. Now, I have not incurred 90,000, sir. I have incurred only 30,000 expenditure. Whatever is the surplus you have, you distribute amongst your 3 firms or 4 firms who are involved in that. You enjoy the profits. Alliance does not require. We have defined the surplus. We have defined the surplus. Alliance should always have a surplus of 10% of the bill raised. So whatever is the disputes, whatever is the understanding, you 3 firms or you 5 firms, you 10 firms, whatever is the thing which you are the sub alliance, I call it as sub alliance or sub network, you then discuss and you take it. Alliance should have 10% of surplus. Next, this is for a referral. One alliance firm is referring another alliance firm. Say 1 lakh is the bill again, of which 30% of which 30% is the fee for alliance. Now, assuming that a 20% is shared, 20% is shared, so balance 10% is the surplus. Balance 10% is the surplus. Now, alliance will be having a surplus of 10,000 itself. Even if you want to refer, yes, you can refer. The referral fee which alliance will charge is 30. The alliance will pay for the referral person, and balance 10,000 is the surplus. Next, coming for the increase, coming for the another scenario where there is a referral involved. Say like 1 lakh is the bill raised. Again, of that 1 lakh, say like 20% or 25% has been billed given towards a referral, and the balance 65,000 will be given as a contracted expenditure. Given as a contracted expenditure. Again, we have a surplus of 10%. So like 10% is standard, and if the work is executed at the alliance entities, they will bear the expenditure in their things. Revenues will be transferred there. No, we want to expend in the alliance itself, along with referral. Here, along with referral and professional insurance, all those things. Again, the surplus is 10,000. So the income of the alliance is the surplus of the alliance is 10% of the revenues that has been executed. Next, deductions to alliance surplus. These are all the things which the networks, firms, or alliances they discuss. These are not given in the institute guidelines. It is upon the agreements of the individual firms or chartered individual firms or partnership firms or LLP. Based on that, these have been. This is a model kind of thing which we are discussing. Of the alliance surplus, since the founding entities which have taken the efforts for doing that, they may take the say the standard referral as 20%, which have been considered the previous slides. They can take that, and the balance is termed as net profit. Now, how to share the net profit? Who will take that? It's not like a partnership firm like where like the partners can in the agreed ratio, even that can be taken. We have taken one of the principle based approach wherein the proportionate revenues that have been generated only that can be transferred. Say like totally 1 lakh is the alliance surplus, all deduction 50,000 is the remaining amount. That 50,000 has to be apportioned on the basis of the revenues generated by those specified alliance entities. So this is here no firm is exploiting another firm, or no firm is because the system is very transparent. So how much has to be salaries paid? Why this much has been paid? Because like who are responsible and executing the work, they are doing that, and the fees is shared among themselves. And even if you come for the profit sharing and all, based on their revenues generated, the thing has been executed. So this is the way. This is one of the way which we can share the profits. Coming for the balance sheet items. So just now have discussed about the profit and loss account items. Coming for the balance sheet items. Capital, initially it may be required for some amount, and coming for the fixed assets. Okay, now where to keep? Who will fund the fixed assets? The entities which want to execute the work in alliance, they have to fund for the fixed assets. Okay, say like if you have fixed asset, you have a creditor for fixed assets. Goodwill is to be taken as nil, irrespective of the growth of alliance. Some of the alliances may grow very rapidly, networks may grow very rapidly. It should be nil as a part of agreement, because like as these are open networks, firms will join and exit. So if we say like why I'm leaving, I have to pay goodwill, I am joining, how much I have to pay goodwill, this will not have a free flow movement. So as a part of terms and conditions itself, agreements itself, if the networks will say like no goodwill, then free flow of members can happen, firms can happen. Otherwise, the network is not flexible for that. Deposits again has to be funded. Loans to alliance entities are prohibited, because like if you have taken the you have done the work, you take the profits. You need we are not ready to give anything. So again, these are all the things which have to be discussed. What we are giving is like a standard guideline kind of things. Sundry debtors, what we say is like everything what is billed should be based on cash basis. Ideally, they should not be sundry debtors. So coming from the reserve and surplus, for every year or 6 months or quarter, whatever is the duration, it has to be distributed. Why it is necessary? Because like after 3, if the members of if the network is growing, if you say there is reserves and surplus, it will not be very free flow. Free flow will not happen for the firms. So we have to distribute, maybe quarterly, half yearly, depends upon. As the concept is new and we see the growth levels, Like definitely 6 months is badly required in our understanding, because free flow will happen. Loans from alliance entities, yes, for every assets only those funds have to contribute. Referrals, sundry creditors, yes, for the alliance, what all the referrals they have to pay, they have to do that. Sundry creditors for surplus, sundry creditors for works built and executed in AOP, like salaries, rent and all. So these are all the balance sheet items which we have to take into. So this is the broad way we can define. Based on profit and loss account and balance sheet itself, we will define the terms. So initial, this is a broader outlook of this. So what are the premise which we have given that revenue defined is acceptable and profit fixed at a percentage on revenue is acceptable? Distribution of tax, because of transparency, these systems are required in our understanding. It may be changed from network or alliance as per the things, but this is one way which we have. As I have already stated, this is a possibility. So in this way we can go. Now coming for the next section, technologies. Technologies to make chart accounts mobile. Now we have a poll question. Technology is disrupting the traditional ways in every aspect of our life, including our practices. Does adoption of technology a necessity or a luxury? This is a poll question. Now I am starting the poll. So we have started a poll. So technology is disrupting the traditional ways in every aspect of our life, including our practices. Does adoption of technology a necessity or luxury? So 35% voted. Everyone is saying necessary. We'll see. We have another 30 seconds, another 60 seconds. I repeat a question again, the poll question. Technology is disrupting the traditional ways in every aspect of life, including our practices. The adoption of technology is a necessity or luxury? So, poll in progress. Yes. Please participate in the poll. Technology is disrupting the traditional ways in every aspect of life, including our practices. Does adoption of technology a necessity or luxury? So I got a single response as necessity. Now we deal with the technology. We'll deal with the slides. And again, we have some questions here. Now, sharing client information in network mode. So now we are part of a network. We are using a technology. Now, am I sharing every client information in my networking mode? Does my firm lose control of clients being part of a networking platform? My firm is having shortage of employees. Can I use the resource of another alliance entities to execute the work? What is the level of access and confidentiality? What is the advantage of desktop application with cloud data and doing work in networking mode compared to the application and data management in cloud altogether? Is Alliance a knowledge sharing platform, expert sharing platform, referral platform, or work executing platform? So these are the questions which we may get understanding by the discussion. Technologies to make chartered accountants mobile. Just now I have discussed how many are ready to leave our offices and execute the work. Okay, technology as an enabler of trust. Technologies can be designed in such a way that trust can be enhanced. Clients can choose cloud solutions providing centralized platform that enables decentralized, collaborative, scalable platforms. So a platform is a must to have in a network, to grow for a network. Because that is the latest technology, we definitely should have a platform for that, which will support for decentralized, collaborative, scalable functioning. Data transfer amongst alliance entities can be handled with security and at the level of access through cloud office management software. So again, data has to be good. Virtual servers enable entities to work on projects collaboratively and remotely, which enables outsourcing opportunities across the world. Usage of virtual servers for specific projects or amongst agreed alliance entities or for whatever is the reason enables control of data that can be shared as per requirement, which is the enabler of trust. So what is this virtual server concept? Right now, every office of a chartered account office, whether it is having 3 systems, 5 systems, 20 systems, 50 systems, they are in a part of a network, local area network. Now they can work. With the advent of COVID, we started remote working. We have enabled some technologies for that. We have enabled remote desktop software for that. We have given some access. Okay. Now, if you start doing combined projects, say persons or say, for example, outsourcing services itself. Say you have a client in US, you have a client in US, like he says that I require this. I'm giving access for my server. Okay, or you yourself offer you can join my server, virtual server, and you can collaborate virtually. That requires so previously in the physical mode you are not able to do that. With the advent of virtual servers, you can do that. You can have virtual servers for a client specific virtual servers or a project specific virtual servers, or for alliance to collaborate and do work in alliance mode or in the networking mode. You can have your data. Depending upon your trust levels, you can give the access, you can execute the work. So this is the advantages of virtual servers. The moment you start using your virtual server, you may be using your desktop applications or cloud applications. Okay, now everything is went virtual. The collaboration is very transparent, accessible, approachable. So these are the advantages of having virtual server. Right now our firm may not be willing for that. Okay, yes, that is fine. You can give access to your servers, your physical servers, by having small few applications like remote desktop applications or something like that. You can do that. If you are good enough, you can go for virtual servers. If you are concerned about security, you may have virtual servers only for that area. Again, there are like many virtual solutions, virtual server solutions, remote desktop solutions. Right now we have physical servers. We have discussed about virtual servers. We have Google Drive. We have Office 365. We have some of the service providers like Webtel. They will give some space, and we can collaborate accordingly. Maybe project specific, alliance specific, partner specific, or specialization specific, whatnot. So this is the way we can use it. Till now, like office management software is becoming the order of the day, and however, the big firms are using that. The small and medium firms are not using that. Why? They said that we have some systems to track the clients to know the status of works. I have only 5 employees or 10 employees. I may not require this office management software altogether. In spite of institute providing CA practice management freely to its members, they say, boss, we don't require. Why? Again, we have to key the same data, key the same things. It's a double work for us, or we don't, our staff does not cooperate, or I don't have time to read that, to see that. My mindset is different. I don't want that things, those things. There are many softwares along with the institute, like Webtel, Gemco, Papilio, Arthur, Simplify Practice, MyTask. There are many other office management softwares. By using those things, you can really, the productivity of the chartered accountant firm's office will really improve. The revenue generation will be tracked properly. Employee activities are tracked. Who is performing and who is not performing. All these things enable all this through office management softwares. However, whatever is the reason, in my understanding, only few firms are using the chartered this office management softwares. Now, if you look the advantages, if you want to be in a part of network communication, more than office management softwares are required. And this is the basic thing. These are the basic things. Office management softwares are the basic things. With that, technology is required. The networking platform is required for that. Like the clients, the documents, the tendering. Say like a person sitting in Delhi who wants to execute the things across 30 locations, just he will enter tendering module and he will give the things. Reporting will be updated here itself. He will be having track on whose firm, whose employee has been attached, and what task has been given. There are the modules like CRM, document sharing. As the firm mature enough, they will just now in my first scenario, I have given like 3 firms aiming for outsourcing. The moment they will get the outsourcing opportunity, we need not say to become specialized area. They themselves will become. Till that, you can share the documents. Okay, even after that, you can share. You may deal exclusively with income tax itself. Some other firm will be exclusively with GST itself. So you are having the client. Right now you may not be willing to share those things. Now that firm will share and you will share. So that platform will support for that. And there is an option for billing and finance. So definitely a cloud platform is required for a successful implementation or for a successful network or alliance. To make that a technology is must in nowadays. And we see how alliance website has to look into. What information does alliance website have to be? The alliance website should have the list of alliance entities, members of firms, policies of alliance, member articles written by the members, video lectures of the members, location details of alliance entities expertise, service areas of alliance entities, practice areas, newsletter, alliance entities bringing benefits. What are the benefits being part of alliance, industry serviced, training, metric of alliance and alliance entities, general question and answers, infrastructure partners for the alliance, login for specialized services. So these are all the things which an alliance website or a networking website has to have for effective functioning. Coming to social networking, which we are all part of it. Now, one question I have is like, in social networking, how many features, I'm not spending, how much time are we spending on social networking? How much features are we using effectively? Recently, I have interacted with one of the software engineer. He said that I am LinkedIn professional. I'm a bit surprised with that. What you do is like we analyze the data which are in the social networking platforms and we give that. So there are professions in the social networking altogether in it. So definitely we should be part of social networking, and being part of the alliances or networks, the members will definitely see the benefits of social networking too. That's ways of alliance. So how to enter into alliance, how to stay in alliance, how to exit in alliance. So depending upon the exclusive firm or inclusive firm, if an inclusive firm, you may have less restrictions or verification mechanisms. Few verification mechanisms may definitely be included in the alliance. If it is exclusive firm, it's based on the conditions you may enter, or if not, you may not be able to enter. How to stay in alliance? Just now we say like referrals will be there, sub-alliances will be there, specializations, global works, all of non-attached, and conflict of interest. The one important aspect which has to be looked at the entry itself is like you have a client who is do you have to do a statutory of auditor for that, and there is another person who is the internal auditor for that. You and that person cannot be form part of a single network. There should be no conflict of interest. Exit of alliance. Being met of an objective. Some firms may say like some specialized firms. Now we have got one specialization. We may leave the firm. Yes, in case of alliance mode, you can exit is very free. Even though there are conditions, but it is free. That's how the guidelines have been framed. Non-compete clause will be there, or the alliance itself may become into a big partnership firm, maybe a LLP. Now there is a trust amongst all the entities. Say like 100 entities are there, 200 entities are there. Yes. Now having they may become into a big LLP altogether, becoming a big firm. Actually, this is the motto, this is the intention which institute has designed the networking guidelines. Until they have the firms have understanding, let it have their individual things. Once they have the understanding, let them become a big entity, big partnership firm, big limited liability partnership. Yes, this is the way you can. This is the way these are the pathways of alliance. You can enter, you can stay, and you can exit in the alliance. What are the various trust levels of alliance or in a network? So like some people have good amount of trust, some people have bad trust, mistrust, and some are neutral. Okay. Say like 10 firms or 5 firms or 20 firms want to be part of alliance, then what are the trust levels in it? I have classified in my understanding into 3 classifications, like trust at the people level, trust at the billing level, and trust at the technology level. First, we'll see at the trust at the people at billing level, people level, first people. So like I will give one assignment or project. If he does, yes, we can. That is the initial. If he does not do, I don't trust him in the network. Then the moment I have trust more, then I start referring some of the work to him. I will give reference. If the trust is really good, we want to work as a part of sub-alliances. So there's a choice. Okay, initially I may join. Okay, then I ask my friends to join. Then we may start working. The moment we have more trust, we will support the firms like sub-alliances. This is the way trust can be leveraged. Trust can be built in a networking firm. Trust at the billing level. Billing at a alliance level. So I will bill in my own firm itself. I don't want to bill in at the alliance. That is the initial thing. The enhancer thing, I will bill it and I will go in a contract basis. So 1 lakh is billed. On that 30% is my share. I will take as an expense. Then I will give the salaries or whatever. I will do that. Right? Trust at the highest level. I will bill and expenditure at the trust itself. Only the surplus I will take it. So depending upon the trust levels of the people, we can have that even at the billing, that will be taken. Again, we can call it as technology level. What is that? Initially, I will send only emails for transfer of data. Later, I will give access for specific projects for virtually, or I will give access for my physical server. For the limited access, I will give project specific access. The moment I have given good amount of trust, I will give access for the entire server, virtual server altogether, highest. So this is a way like trust can be leveraged. I can call it leverage, so that based on your maturity and understanding, you can go for it. Till now we have discussed. We are entering in the final session. Till now we were discussed about the experience of World Congress and Alliance growth prospects, consortiate working, the technologies to make chat account for mobile. For all these things to happen, what our ICAI has done. So our council has taken discussions like they were thinking like we have to give opportunity for our members for pooling of resources, to build expertise, to build presence across nation and India presence, and to look for global opportunities. These are all the things which our council has had in mind before issuing the networking guidelines or networks altogether since 2005. So what our institute thought like it kind of evolution like to form LLPs or merger into a larger firm. If people are not ready to further merger, you can demerge it. Establish multidisciplinary firms. Yeah, the another upcoming thing is multidisciplinary firms or networking firms. The subject which we are discussing is networking firms. In the journey of ICAI, it is the first time in 2005 our institute has issued the merger and demerger guidelines and has given affiliation network amongst affiliation in India and outside India, resulting mutual interest. Here in 2005, network should not carry the business. If you think about the consent of client is a must. If we want to use some network within a network, if I am referring things, I have to have a consent of the client. If I want to join a network, client consent is required. And if you see the setup of organization, it is partnership. From 2005, there is an evolution in networking guidelines like profit sharing, cost sharing, common sharing, sharing of common ownership, common quality control policies, procedures, common business strategy, common brand name. These are all things that have been evolved in 2011. Now, along with partnership, LLP and companies have been added in this. Again, network cannot carry any business. However, once you are part of a network, you need not disclose the client. This is the evolution that has happened in 2011. Coming to 2021, the institute has given 3 models of networking, which we are going to discuss. The status, I call it as a game changer, is association of persons. Networks can do business, but not the profession, but not only non-attest functions. Attestations, you have to do it in your individual firms. However, networks are restricted for domestic networks. Only domestic chartered accountant firms can form part of these networks, no foreign networks. Why? The institute has recently given the guidelines. Let our members can get understanding, then only we can allow the foreign. I don't know, we don't know that from members' perspective, but from my understanding, I'm able to perceive this. And again, registration of network, you need not come to communicate with the client. Now we'll see the networking models issued by ICAI in detail. Models, alliance model, networking model, lead firm model. In case of alliance model, assuming the firm names ABCD, they can be called as ABCD and alliance. In case of networking models, you can call as ABCD and affiliates or network. In case of lead firm, a firm will take lead. That firm may ask for the name. Based on that, say assuming A is a lead firm, A and Co, which is a lead firm. Institute will issue the unique registration number, which is for alliance, it is alliance registration number. For network and lead firm, it is network registration number. In all the three cases, they can practice, but in case of alliance, the alliance may direct, but the institute, it is up to the individual concerned firms. They can practice as per the guidelines of alliance or on their own. But in case of network and lead firm, they are bound by the internal agreement. Empanelment, you can have your bank audits or whatever is empanelment for C&AGs or whatever IS audits or whatever it is. You can have your individual firms to enter. For audit practice, only the individual firms, not for the networking firms. However, in case of networking model and lead firm model, ICAI will put effort to secure the recognition. Till now, it has not been there. Conflict is applicable for all audit and non-audit services, and rotation. Conflict as per ICAI has to go. We cannot go. Say like one firm is a statutory auditor, another firm is a internal auditor. That is not accepted. Characteristics, all firm will come for mutual benefits itself. In case of network model, they can showcase we have uniform policies and practices. That is a network. Anyhow, in case of lead firms, the lead firm will take care for that. Reference sharing is there in all the three firms. Bylaws should not be contrary for CA Act, rules, regulations, code of ethics in all the three cases. In case of delinquency, say suppose there are 3 firms or 5 firms. Now one firm want to exit, 2 firms want to exit. You can exit. The remaining firms can deliver the things. That is applicable in all the 3 cases. Code of ethics is applicable for all the 3. And reports and certificates, a partner of the firm gets the appointment. Internal agreement to be signed by all the partners. Reconstitution, firms are free. In case of alliance, it's a free flow. Maybe subject some guidance, some conditions, but this is a free structure. If you come for network model and lead firm model, yes, guided by the internal integration agreement. Reconstitution, yes, firms adding and moving has to be reported for ICAI. That's what I said in the first introduction. SSP portal, it's a game changer because the things will move fast with the technology. Exit and closure, all are easy. So like if one firm quits, the remaining firms can continue. One network, one firm can be associated with only one network only. I can't say that I will be with one network and more than one network. No, you can be only in one network. Empanelment for audit functions in individual capacity. If it is for non-audit functions, separately in individual in case of alliance model. Network also separately. However, you can showcase the network strength because of its uniform policies and common management. In case of alliance model, there is no common management. In case of network model, you have common control management. And in case of lead firm, the lead firm will apply and distribute the work. And if we see the current environment of chartered accountants, majority of Indian chartered accountant firms are small and medium firms. They love independent and they are strong in their identity, in their firm name. If you ask to join in networks, join for partnerships, they say like we lose our identity, we don't want to do that. And if you see, they are spread across the countries, including the municipal areas, the taluka levels. If you can see the chartered accountants, where we don't see the other professionals having that much visibility in municipal areas, and we are the trusted advisors for MSMEs. So whatever the issue, they will bring for the chartered accountant, because that much trust they are having. So we are the trusted advisors for the MSME, and majority of the small and medium chartered firms are engaged in empanelment, income tax audits, GST audits, accounting, auditing, audits of private limiteds, and chartered accountant. If you see the middle figure, jack of all trades, master of many. This is the way which we are into. Like, if you see the current environment, like if the recent experience, majority of the bank branch audits have been taken away, and there are doubts about income tax audits, and the GST audit is already taken away. This is the environment we are into. As we already discussed, the exclusivity of the ICAI being reduced by the government and all. And if you see the steps taken by the ICAI regarding the networking, and you see the advantages, the alliance growth prospects which we have discussed, and if you see majority of the big firms, we can call them as big 4 or big 8 or big 12 or whatever it is, if you see their outsourcing areas, their overseas works, they are intaking the number like anything. The growth rate with these 3-4 years is very high. If they are doing that, why can't a small and medium chartered accountant firms can showcase this? Say like one chartered accountant firm will go for a work. If he's not specialized, he will refer. By referral, he is getting a work. If he is able to execute by himself, he can do that. And India is good at services, and relating to exports, it is #1 in the world. As a chartered accountants and subject matter of experts in the field of accounting and auditing consultancy, why can't we look from the world's perspective, and we become the biggest service provider for finance across the world. So with these kind of networks, we can go. If you see the network evolution, this is initially the software kind of the representation of things like centralized, decentralized, and distributed. We are centralized with a small number of people. Maybe like a couple of years, like if people are involved in joining the networks and communicating, some part of decentralized network may happen. If it is mature enough, we can go with we can evolve enough, it can be scaled up to distributed network, and this should be the way we have to be. Like we can cater the services through the network across the world. So questions from attendees. Now it's time for the attendees to ask the questions.
A few questions in the question tab, if you can take from there.
You can post the questions. It's already, we are running short of time. We are already like 8:25.
Few questions you can take from question tab, sir.
Sorry, sir.
Few of the question you can take from question tab.
Question tab. Oh, sir, I haven't. Okay, yeah, I will see. So one question, how does the startup differ from MSME units? What are the benefits and otherwise two formats? Could you explain in brief? I think Viraj sir, this is of MSME question. Regarding the financial sickness of MSME, there are the questions relating to specific MSME questions. Sir, can you explain whether there is any minimum guarantee while entering into a contract with alliance, please explain. So minimum guarantee. Can you explain whether there will be minimum guarantee? Sir, this is an independent firm, sir. Like here you can showcase your firm there and you can execute. You can refer. If you are good enough in marketing, you go there and you give the work to the executing entities. If you are good at executing entities, you have connections with the entities who are good at getting the work. And there is no boss here. You are a boss, everyone are equal here. So there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee. And there is a possibility. I'm saying there is a possibility, but there is no guarantee. Please recommend whether all contractees in alliance or network should be only amongst chartered accountants only or non-CS are allowed in the alliances. So right now it is for amongst chartered accountant firms only. If your chartered accountant firm is into multidisciplinary, again it is a chartered accountant firm only. So regarding chartered accountants only, sir, it is not open for non-chartered accountants. Only chartered accountants in practice can form into alliances. It's only through SSP portal. It is only from the communication of institute we can have it. You mentioned that billing would be virtually on cash basis. However, in every practical point, cash and carry business can't be done in professional services. How do you address the sundry debtors? We can have a distribution mechanism on cash basis, sir. We can have a billing mechanism on accrual basis, and we can have a distribution mechanism on cash basis. Just bond concept, how far is it practicable, sir? And I said it is a possibility. I'm not saying it is a time tested concept. What you said is right. It's a just bond concept, and by looking the advantages, one has to see the advantages and one has to adapt these things. Without adaptation, nothing will move. So any other questions there? What are the questions in the chat box? Question answers I have answered. Any other questions?
The people are requesting for the presentation and also requesting for your contact details so that they can connect you as well.
Fine.
How to connect with you, sir?
So you can connect to myself, Pradeep. This is my email ID and LinkedIn, swpradeep@gmail.com. Website parandalliance.co.in is my alliance website. Our alliance website. We have 3 alliance entities: Pradeep, Arvind, and Rakib. These are all the 3 alliance entities. And this is my website, my firm partnership firm website, pradeepkumar.net.in, and this is my mobile number.
Thank you so much, Pradeep sir, for wonderful deliberation throughout the session. Very nicely and very wonderfully and conceptualized, and the colorful PPT, you have made the concept clear for all the attendees. I am receiving message from regional council member as well, sir, for your presentation. They are also liking, sir. So thank you for the wonderful presentation and answering all the questions of the attendees as well, sir. So we are very grateful to you, sir. You made the concept clear and sharing your wonderful experience. Hope we all meet in GloPAC as well, which is Global Professional Accountant Convention, which is happening in the month of November at Gujarat, Gandhinagar, and can take the new height for our profession and for all of us together as well, and make our firm as a bigger, a larger, and a qualitative firm, and make the India proud and ICAI proud. So with this, we can conclude our today's session, sir. And thank you once again to all the attendees as well for coming and making it a success. People are watching live on LinkedIn and also on YouTube till now also, sir, till 8:30 also. So thank you once again for your wonderful deliberation. Thank you all the attendees. And friends, we are coming up with few more webinar and webinar series in the coming days. So be connected with us on social media, and we'll have a great knowledgeable session and very fruitful session. We are basically helping small and medium-sized practitioners to grow their practice at a great level and a qualitative work, and it help with the help of technology and with the help of alliance or a networking or a partnership to grow bigger and bigger. So thank you, and we are making it again and again. So with this, we are concluding our today's session. Thank you all.
Thank you, Virag, for providing the wonderful opportunity. Thank you, the delegates, and I thank my alliance partners and many of the people who have given suggestions and directions for me. I thank one and all. Thank you.
Thank you all.